Hello and welcome to Movie Ranking. In these videos I'm just going to be breaking down certain franchises I'm a huge fan of and going each individual film and rank it accordingly. First franchise I'm going to start off with is the Dirty Harry franchise. First of course is Dirty Harry, the first of the franchise and quite possibly the best, as not only does it have a great plot with great character development on Harry, but also beautiful visuals and great violence, and bringing a debatable dilemma as Harry uses excessive force in order to save a life, something which causes issues for him later in the film. Overall, it's a great film, not only the best in the franchise, but my personal favourite film of all time. Ranking wise, I would put it at number 1. My favourite scenes/quotes are...
Yeah, well, when an adult male is chasing a female with intent to commit rape, I shoot the bastard. That's my policy.
Intent? How did you establish that?
Well, a naked man is chasing a woman through an alley with a butcher knife and a heart on. I figure he isn't out collecting for the Red Cross. What you thinking? Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But Ian, this is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Hey. I got to know.
And...
now you know why they call me Dirty Harry. Every dirty job that comes along.
Next up is Magnum Force, which was a great sequel and the longest film in the franchise. A great story with mystery on who's killing these criminals, and Harry's on the case. We have great scenes in this film, such as the airport scene or the undercover shop scene. Honestly, this film has scenes that are up to and occasionally even better than the first film. But the film does feel a tad long, and Harry's catchphrase isn't at his best, but still a great watch otherwise. Ranking wise, I'd say at number 2. My favourite scenes/quotes are...
I'll tell you something. If the rest of you could shoot like them, I wouldn't care if the whole damn department was queer. Man's got to know his limitations.
And...
I know this may sound silly, but can you fly?
Nope. Never had a lesson.
Sit down.
The third film in the franchise is The Enforcer, where we see Harry return being his most excessive self, but this time gets punished as he is given a female newbie as a partner and reassigned until a terrorist group kidnap the mayor. Harry is on the case. The film has some great scenes, and it's interesting to see the somewhat chemistry between Harry and his new partner. The few critiques I have is the film has a lot of slow moments, and the chase scenes, which I personally feel go on for a bit too long. And the plot, I have to admit, wasn't the most hooking of all the franchises. For those reasons alone, I rank it at number 4. My favourite scenes/quotes are...
What do they want?
I want a car.
What are you gonna do?
Give him one.
It becomes necessary for me to pull this. See, somebody's...
Fun, Inspector? If you're through socializing, we do have work to do.
And
There's a 7-point suppository, Captain.
What did you say?
I said stick it in your ass.
Next in the franchise is Sudden Impact, and this film is quite good, even though the break between the previous film, The Enforcer, and this would suggest otherwise. It has Harry investigating a case, but being transferred to a particular different place where he's usually from, whilst having a target on his back. The case he's investigating is also quite an interesting one, as the killer has a reasoning, and while it doesn't justify their actions, one would understand it. The film is quite good, but one critique I would have is that it's too many action scenes and the pace is somewhat all over the place at times. The film is a good watch and adds something new to the franchise, a happy ending. For those reasons alone, I rank it at number 3. My favourite scenes/quotes are...
Listen, punk. To me, you're nothing but dog shit, you understand? And a lot of things can happen to dog shit. It can be scraped up with a shovel off the ground, it can dry up and blow away in the wind, or it can be stepped on and squashed. So take my advice, be careful where the dog shits you.
Go ahead. Make my day.
And
Hey, don't tell me this shit's getting to you. Not Harry Callahan. Say it ain't so.
No, this stuff isn't getting to me. The shootings, the knifings, the beatings. Old ladies being bashed in the head for their Social Security checks. Teachers being thrown out of a 4th floor window because they don't give A's. That doesn't bother me a bit.
Come on, Harry, take it easy.
Or this job either, having to wade through the scum of this city, being swept away by bigger and bigger waves of corruption, apathy, and red tape. Nah, that doesn't bother me. But you know what does bother me?
What?
You know what makes me really sick to my stomach?
What?
It's watching you stuff your face with those hot dogs. Nobody, I mean nobody, puts ketchup on a hot dog.
now, the final and sadly my least favourite Dirty Harry film, The Deadpool, which sees Harry being somewhat famous and now is being hunted by a serial killer. The plot is average but has no memorable scenes except for the ending, which has Harry, instead of using his Magnum 44, he uses a harpoon gun, which was somewhat disappointing to fans. The film feels as if it's trying to be too modern. Watching it back nowadays comes off as cringy and somewhat out of date. The one good thing I can say about this film is it influenced Sin City's Hartigan, so that's something. Rating wise is at number 5. My favourite scenes/quotes are...
That's it?
That's it. Oh, you see that dirtbag I was talking to down there? He says that smoking can cause cancer, and anyone who smokes as much as you do is one dumb son of a bitch. How do you propose to do that, Lieutenant?
It's my opinion that at the moment you'd be serving this department best by working with me in public relations.
Well, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
And...
Don't make me come in and get you. The game's over!
You're out of bullets.
Yeah.
And you know what that means. You're shit out of luck.
overall, it's one of my favourite franchises and has one weak film. Up next is the Viewer's Universe.